Welcome to the 219th episode of News Dump, where we run through the hottest topics in the Lewis County news scene and discuss. I'm local man Aaron VanTuyl, joined as always by Chronicle Editor-in-Chief Eric Schwartz and our special guest. And do we call you our benefactor as well as an official sponsor?
Yeah, I think so.
Benefactor? Oh, could be.
Yeah, Kelli Erb is here.
Store manager for Chehalis Outfitters, former Chronicle employee.
Purveyor of the finest Carhartt clothing and guns and...
The second largest selection on the entire world.
I know, you guys love that too.
Would you have to take over the entire floor space with women's Carhartts to take that number one spot?
I don't know.
What if you just had one really big pair of Carhartt pants?
We have a very big pair of Levi's back in the day.
What's your biggest pair of pants you got in there?
We've had some pretty big ones.
Yeah?
I'd have to go down and look. I know in the 40s.
Okay.
All right. 40s waist or like
waist.
inseam?
Waist.
Okay.
What are you, Aaron? 45, 46?
Yeah. 40. Everybody knows they don't go to odd numbers when you get past 40.
I didn't know that. How would you have learned that?
We're joined in spirit by sponsor Summit Funding and the Roof Doctor, and joined in person by our Chehalis Outfitters rep. Do you guys have any preambles before we get into the news?
I've got just one, and I'm sorry if it's on your notes. Yeah, what? Hold on.
Go on.
Go on. Okay. I thought you were saying hold on. We had the Toledo Old Timers game, the alumni games over the weekend. It got me thinking we should do a alumni version of the Chronicle where we bring back a bunch of old Chronicle employees to put out
they still got
a single edition, see if they still got it.
Oh, I got it.
We'd have to have Kelli there. Kelli would have to be on the team.
Designed, yeah.
I was thinking we pull Chris Thomas away from his cushy job over there at Providence, put him as editor for this edition.
Okay.
Andy Campbell, snatch him off his book tour. He's going to be your cops and crimes reporter.
Okay.
This is the Huffington Post 2009 Chronicle reporter. I don't know who else do you put on this?
What, do you get bring Brandon back?
Alumni team.
I saw a lookalike Brandon.
Brandon Hanson?
Yeah.
Was it Ed Sheeran?
I don't know who it was. He was sitting at Old Blarney, so maybe if it was.
So an unsightly redhead is what you saw over there.
Didn't tell us he was in town.
A pasty, no backbone. Never mind. I'm just joking, Brandon.
Who do you bring back as your photographer for this edition?
Oh, that's tough. I think you got to go with Nick
George.
you got to go Nick George. Yeah.
Wow.
Or Mike Salisbury. He's in shape.
Bring Nick George out of whatever alternative university he's currently teaching photography at.
I'm sure he's at one of the art schools. Dan Schreiber, that wouldn't be a bad one.
You could bring Schreiber in, to report on, I don't know, his favorite thing, telling tall tales.
Bring former assessor Diane Dory back. She used to work for the Chronicle in the Chehalis Bureau.
That's true.
So you could have her.
Could have the fund in here to do something.
You could, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, throw her on the opinion page, maybe. I don't know. She used to bring donuts in here and proof every day.
Yeah.
Before she ran for office.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my only preamble. I got nothing else.
Yeah, that's not bad. Bring Kerry Rosenbaum back to write a sports story?
Only if it's 2010 Kerry Rosenbaum. We're not interested in his sobriety.
All right, news items. First up, Lewis County deputy faces domestic violence charges for breaking into estranged wife's home.
Allegedly.
Jeff Humphrey, 51, was arraigned on Friday. He allegedly broke into his ex's house twice. The report came in December 19th. The Mason County Sheriff's Office is investigating. The Lewis County Sheriff's Office said it has no comment until the investigation is done, even though it seems like the investigation is done, which is why charges were filed. Isn't that how that works?
That's a fair point.
Basically, he called his ex up in November and wanted to party, and she was like, no. So he went and partied, and then he showed up at her house anyway, and she was like, get the hell out of here. And he did, but then he showed up in her bedroom again around midnight, uninvited. The worst way to show up in someone's bedroom.
Creepy.
Yeah. Anyway, Don Blair is his lawyer, and he also covered him in a DUI case back in 2013. He took a deferred judgment back then and a 2-week unpaid vacation. This time he is getting a paid vacation while this thing plays out.
Yeah.
While he's on administrative leave.
The best kind of leave, some say.
I guess.
I've never experienced it.
Do you think... Yeah, neither have I, actually.
Same.
Will we ever hear anything from the sheriff's office about this? My guess is he'll get a few weeks off and then somehow be right back at it.
Well, we'll figure it out.
There will be no acknowledgement of it whatsoever.
Well, we'll continue following the case, though, so we'll find out what happens in that regard. Yeah, maybe that's considered the end of the investigation. I don't know. But that is a good point. It does seem like Mason County has buttoned up things. So
like, yep, here it is, prosecutors. And well, we're going to see. We have no comment on this. Why not?
And to be fair, they did release this information in a news release, so that was appropriate. They were accused of firing him for the same offenses by another publication. I think that might have precipitated it, but I'm not going to. You're not wrong.
Have you ever had an estranged anything? I've always aspired to be somebody's estranged something.
It's not that fun.
I think I've been estranged once. Are you permanently estranged when you're estranged, though? Can you be destranged?
I think you're just.
I think you're just strange.
You're just
estranged.
reacquainted, I guess.
I see.
I don't know. Just the concept of having an estranged anything is interesting to me.
And many a commenter pointed out that the allegations, though it's not a charge, sure seems like he's still driving while intoxicated. Or
Logistically, you would think so.
imbibed.
I don't think he took an Uber or anything.
Or he maybe didn't walk. That's what you're saying.
There's not a lot around here.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, another black eye on the sheriff's office.
We've got some more coverage coming. I don't know that you'd call it a black eye, but an interesting situation that we're working on with another detective. Lots of intrigue. It involves a commissioner.
Is anyone estranged?
Oh, there's lots of estrangement with this one, man. It's got it all. Chickens.
I think
ducks,
I know what you're
dogs.
getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
A
lot of calls made.
Does anyone come out looking good in this one?
No. I don't know. I haven't seen the story yet, and I never read a story and like, oh, you look really bad. That's a lie. On some of it's just obvious. But it'll be an interesting read, I think, and hopefully we'll have that in time for Saturday's edition. We'll see.
I can't wait to see that. Mm-hmm. Next item, Paul Strophe sworn in as new Lewis County Superior Court judge. He's taken over for Jim Lawler, who we'll get to shortly. He was a court commissioner before winning the November election. Before all that, he spent 16 years in private practice, covering a little bit of everything, and served as a judicial officer in a few municipal courts. What are you guys' thoughts on Paul Strophe? Good? Bad?
Indifferent? I don't know.
No, he's fine.
I thought it was
Judge?
cool. His dad was there, who was a longtime judge in Thurston County, and his father, I believe Richard Strophe, gave him the gavel and put his robe on him. It was a nice little ceremony.
That's cool. Well, when you got your first job here, your dad came in and was like, you're a man now.
He put a robe on me. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I never got to meet your dad.
He's been here a few times.
People don't realize you edit the paper every day in a robe.
Yes. Yeah.
Nothing else.
I also wear
And a shower cap.
One of those English wigs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As a way of better discerning the pros.
A powdered wig. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I don't know how any editor gets away with doing their job without one of those.
It's true.
They also sell those at Chehalis Outfitters, right?
You guys should get
We don't really sell the wigs.
No wigs.
English.
We do got robes.
Section.
Oh, okay. Get your robes at Chehalis
They're on
Outfitters.
sale right
You got to
now,
get
too.
a plug-in on every news item, I feel like, somehow.
I've got a robe.
Yeah.
Are they like bathrobes or
They are bathrobes.
Do you have any black ones where if I wanted to pretend I was a Lewis County Superior Court judge, at home, not in public,
Yeah,
not in
you
public.
you can pretend that all you want on this one.
You got any gavels over there? A hammer will do.
I got a hammer.
Okay.
I got
Do
a
you have any
sledgehammer.
ceremonial eyes wide shut robes?
I'd have to go watch that movie again.
I watch it every Wednesday. Next item.
Hold on. You can't pass a Lewis County judge opportunity without letting me throw my pitch out there, my annual pitch. What our judicial system needs is every judge gets the glass case on his desk that he can bust open with a gavel at any point. In it is a revolver with a single bullet, and they get one shot. Whole career.
Wow.
So if there's a miscarriage of justice in the estimation of the judge at any point, jury gets it wrong, sheriff's office says it was a heart attack when it was clearly a gunshot wound, that old thing. You smash the glass and extrajudicial, man.
And where would you go to buy your once-in-a-lifetime
Chehalis Outfitters. You guys have all sorts of ammunition and
We
firearms
got small
over there.
ones,
Yeah, what kind of gun would you recommend for a judge?
Well, you got to have one that you could hide, conceal
Within the robes,
easily. Yeah, I don't know, maybe those 9mm ones.
Yeah.
There's a really sparkly one he could get.
Okay.
Yeah, a flash of justice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Lewis County judges having guns is something we've encountered before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard some of that.
Yeah. Just that one time.
Yeah, just the once. All right, can we move on?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Resident protector Ralphie the Chihuahua brings security, cheer to Centralia Assisted Living Facility. Ralphie is a 3-year-old Chihuahua, Pug, and Pomeranian mix. He's been clocking 40 hours a week at Sharon Care Center.
Slave drivers.
Yeah, since the day after he was adopted by his owner, Jill Brown, who works in maintenance at the facility. The The memory care unit is commonly known as the most difficult area of the nursing home. It houses residents suffering from dementia and other memory-altering brain diseases. But residents and faculty alike believe Ralphie shines a much-needed light on the sector with his friendly attitude and gentle touch, buying moods when visiting sick residents. I think that's a typo.
Could be. A
Serving
typo in
moods.
your notes.
Improving
Certainly
moods.
not in the story.
But anyway, yeah, Ralphie's a
That's
dog.
awesome.
You were very pumped about these photos Cody took.
Oh, yeah. Somebody at the Sharon Care, they're always great about telling us what's going on over there. Not unlike Chehalis Outfitters.
Uh-huh.
That's your plug for this news item. And they sent us a picture of this dog, Ralphie. Just an adorable dog. You can't look at that dog and not love that dog.
A pug chihuahua mix, I mean.
Yeah. And we sent Cody like 2 months ago to take pictures, and he took a lot of pictures, and then I forgot to run them.
Oh.
So like 2 podcasts ago, Cody was bragging about his ability to write, even though he's never written a story before. So I assigned him Ralphie, and he went back to Ralphie and talked to his owner and put together a story. And I thought he did a really nice job.
Yeah, it was good.
It was fine fare. There is literally no news peg for this. It's a dog, and it's in the memory unit. That's the story.
That's the best kind.
The photos
Everybody
are great,
loves
though.
dogs, and I mean, you're going to get a lot of hits.
Yeah. You see that photo of him getting his back scratched? Get out
Yeah,
of here.
good dog.
This is the best thing that's been in this paper in a long time.
Good little boy. All right, next item. Lawsuit probing Aaron Christensen's death on remote Lewis County Trail is settled. This is an Oregonian story,
Correct.
but the family filed a $3 million lawsuit against Ethan Osbach and his dad, or just Ethan, maybe?
This is his family.
His family. Well, his family. Okay. Anyway, they have settled the case.
And we don't have an amount. It was, like you said, a $3 million lawsuit, and we will not likely find out how much. But this is completely separate from the lawsuit that is still ongoing against Lewis County for its handling of the Aaron Christensen
$20
case.
million.
And maybe just remind people about the Aaron Christensen case. It's been a little while.
Attorneys for the family said, "We see this settlement as another vital step to obtain answers for the Christensen family. The family now intends to engage experts who can advise them appropriately and independently about the evidence." So, yeah, it would be nice to see a figure, but they don't have to give one out.
No, not in this particular settlement.
Yeah.
And just as a reminder, Aaron Christensen was gunned down at Wallop Lake. We would have never heard about it, but the funeral home sent us a death notice. Had the place of death as Wallop Lake for a week or 2 or 3. We tried to get the sheriff's office to tell us what happened, and we never found out until we literally put his face across every column of the Chronicle on the front and wrote the headline, "Who is Aaron Christensen?" or "What happened to Aaron Christensen?" Which is, I just feel like people need to be reminded of that every once in a while.
Yeah.
And he was shot by Ethan Osbach.
Osbach.
And no charges have been brought whatsoever.
Yeah. As this story reports, the area's top prosecutor said the ensuing investigation was so error-riddled that it was impossible to file charges against the 19-year-old Ethan Osbach, who was carrying a gun he shouldn't have had to go in the middle of the night on a bear hunting trip
On a hike,
with his girlfriend, and saw some eyes and shot once and somehow hit the dog and Aaron Christensen, who was maybe suffering a heart attack. A lot of questions. We'll never get the answers.
Very likely not. And then continued to hike through the night, stayed overnight, and reported it the next day.
And then 2 days later, they called the sheriff and were like, "Oh, by the way, we shot somebody out in the woods at this location."
Deputy shows up, and no need for an investigation. Haul him down. It looks like a heart attack.
Yep.
we go.
Didn't see any bullet
No
holes.
bullet hole.
I still do wonder, and hopefully we get answers someday, why there hasn't been any charging, like if it's not murder, manslaughter. The letter writer last week, I thought, asked the right questions.
Yeah.
Or just having a gun that they weren't legally allowed to have even. Or, some measure of justice,
Something.
charge. But, yeah, there probably won't be any at this point. So
No, I think it's the end result of this is going to be a big payout from you and me.
Johnny Taxpayer?
Johnny Taxpayer.
Johnny Risk Pool?
Johnny Risk Pool. Just going to fork it over. And
If I understand the insurance industry correctly, that risk pool means it doesn't cost anyone anything.
risk pools are all entirely free. And I say that as a podcast host of the Chronicle.
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
In any other roles I may have, I might have something else to say. Anyway, yeah, that's a sad story, but it's nice to have an update on what's going on. Any other news items you want to hit now, or do you want to get to those later?
I mean, you missed most of them, but we can certainly get back to them at the end of the show.
Fine. We'll go to the ad break.
Hi, this is Jeff and Julie from Fairway Lanes.
Jeff and I met JSIC of Summit Funding at our bowling center, so when we fell in love with this community and it was time to relocate, we knew we would be calling Summit Funding.
They understand that everyone has a unique situation when buying a home.
He had already helped 2 of our employees get into their own homes. The Summit Funding team exceeded our expectations. It was a seamless experience with great communication from his whole team.
Thank you to Summit Funding for making our buying experience special and memorable.
All right, we're back. We're moving on to segments, and first up is Tales from the Takes page. We got a column from Centralia Mayor Kelli Smith Johnston. 150 reasons to celebrate Centralia after 150 years. Mm-hmm. The Chronicle did make the list.
It did.
And I was all prepared to write, but not this podcast. And yet, there it is at number 134. The Chronicle News Dump and Sports Dump podcasts on the list.
I know, at 134.
Yeah.
That's something.
Hey.
It's pretty good.
Chehalis Outfitters should have been on that list, and I realize this was a Centralia list, but I feel like
Well,
But
Chehalis.
still.
sometimes we have to let him shine.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Centralia shopping destination. Anyways, there's your plug for that news item. It was a good list, though.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff on there.
As I told you, your name wasn't on it. I added it in the editing phase.
I know, and I was furious when you told me.
The mayor clearly knows the power behind these podcasts, and I appreciate that.
Obviously.
It feels good to be recognized, and I just figured, you deserve to be in there, too.
What else is on the opinion page?
We got a lot. Maureen Harcum, we were just talking about on our Focus on Agriculture column. Mm-hmm. Time to kick back, relax for farmers and ranchers? Hardly. Mm-hmm. And then I believe you had some words you wanted to say about farmers and ranchers and how you view them.
Yes, everybody knows I just loathe farmers and ranchers.
I know. I don't understand it. They're salt of the earth.
They are. But yeah, it's a very farmer-coded column title. Time to kick back and relax for farmers and ranchers? Hardly.
The work's never done, Aaron.
I was up, harvested corn before you even lifted your head off the pillow, softy.
They could come to Chehalis Outfitters and learn how to propagate seeds.
Oh, is there an event of some sort?
We're hoping to be partnering up with Washington State Extension Office with the Lewis County Master
that's a good idea.
Gardeners. So they have an event on February 15th, and we're hoping to be having it over here at the Chronicle, at Chehalis Outfitters.
You're welcome to have it here as well.
Yeah, well, I
as
can't sell
benefactor.
seeds to you from here,
It's true. Well, it depends on the seeds.
But it's about propagating seeds. So, yeah.
Awesome.
10 o'clock on February 15th. You can go to their website to sign up and come get your seeds and all of your stuff.
Was that your idea to partner up with the WSU Extension?
Well,
Because that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
They should make you store manager.
It's taken some time, but
Yeah, that's good. I like that one.
yeah, no. So we're hoping to do a lot more workshops with them and get in with them too.
Did you, Aaron, see anything on this list that you think didn't belong on the list of 150 reasons to celebrate Centralia?
Let me quickly look it over.
Also, Maureen Harcum, in her agriculture column, invited everyone to attend the Lewis County Farm Bureau's Barn Stomp. It's on Groundhog Day, February 2nd from 2 to 7 p.m. at the Red Barn Studios in Adna, free to the public. Food and beverage trucks will be there, and it's your chance to meet and talk to local farmers. So if you have something you would like to say to them, Aaron, why don't you go say it to their face? Look for Maureen.
I will.
You better keep your name out of her mouth, though.
Just show up. I work harder than you.
Lazy farmers. Get out of here. Just eating unprocessed food.
Just drinking raw milk.
Julie McDonald had a good column. She attended the memorial service for Bill Brumsicle. She did a really nice job. A full page of commentary. Julie went long on that one, but it was really good. And something I'm sure you would disagree with was a commentary from the Association of Washington Business. Washington State needs a pro-growth agenda. She's saying you didn't want any more taxes. Don't tax us anymore, please, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm fine with
please.
that.
Personally asking you to stop taxing us.
Let's see, what was the other one I saw? John Braun has a column. As session begins, here's what to expect from Senate Republicans. And I clicked it, and it's just a picture of Jim Walsh flailing his arms and crying. I was very confused.
That would be pretty funny if that's what it was, but no, it is not. It's just a bunch of well-reasoned takes. Senator Brown took a couple weeks off from his column, which I imagine delighted the haters. John McCroskey also had a column, Solutions Come in Spite of Our State Legislature, not because of it.
Speaking of the haters.
Except for John Braun.
Uh-huh.
That was his original title.
I wrote that we'd best hang on to our wallets.
He did. He had a callback.
I feel like
That's what that's called.
he writes that in every column.
It's a continuation. He was right, too, by the way. That was the takeaway from his column, is he said, hold on to your wallets. And then Inslee was like, if you got lots of money, I want some of it. So he was right.
Problem. Crappy roads. Their solution? It's like, well, that's kind of a local problem.
Yeah, I mean, not highways.
Nice. All right.
Highways look pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Peter Abarno warming up with an icy challenge to support Special Olympics. He's got his, well, it's not his. The Icicle Brigade is going to have their polar plunge, 10 a.m. January 25th, Mayfield Lake. Are you going to be doing that again, Aaron?
I don't know. We'll see.
If you don't commit to doing it, I am going to commit to previewing the story with the photo of you and Franklin shirtless from the last event.
I believe
my
Franklin.
lead photo.
I believe Franklin was a chubby child in a pool in that one.
Come on.
No, he's not. He just had the t-shirt on to go in the water. Everybody but me did.
Oh, I see. Only you.
I was
You
the
had to
one
show
who-
off.
You
Had to
know,
show
I
off.
sent the picture to Maureen Harkin, and I was like, I'm working hard this morning too.
I don't know if I'll commit to
Lose
go
my
this year,
shirt.
but I'll meet you at where do we stop at?
When is it? We stopped at Frosty's.
Frosty's. That's what I was
What,
looking
what
for.
morning is it?
January 25th, 10 a.m.
I will be out of town.
Running in Utah.
I'll be in Seattle for a concert the night before.
I see.
Staying up there.
Probably some sick band we've never heard of before that only you know of because
It's probably
you know music.
Houndmouth, and you don't know of them.
No, I've heard the name before, actually, of that one.
Really?
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
What do
Name
they
5
say?
of their songs.
I don't know any of their songs. I've at least heard the name of it, unlike the last one.
Where are all the letters to the editor?
What
the hell?
I'm stacking up
Why are
on
you
some-
censoring
Kinda
I'm
people?
not
quiet?
censoring. I've had commentaries drawn. I like
You
to
fascist.
Wait. I like to wait until I have a nice full page, and you know my bar for letters to the editor is lower than most newspapers. So
Letter to the editor.
trash out.
Illegal immigration brings financial burdens to American communities. Oh, here we go.
I mean that was in response to another letter to the editor, which was where was that?
This one about RFK Jr.?
No, we need immigrants of all levels at all levels of workforce. So competing opinions there. You're just picking out the ones you don't like, Aaron.
What's this RFK? You know what? I'm not going to read the RFK
That was a
letter.
Marty Anslian. He was saying that if he is confirmed that people will die, and he used the example of, I want to say America, Samoa, where someone died and they blamed it on vaccines, and apparently he showed up there, and then the level of vaccinated dropped to like 30% or something like that. And then there was an outbreak.
Well, surely that won't happen here.
No, not in these
Never.
United States of
Our
America.
local leadership is very big on medicine.
Yeah. Look at the right stuff, you know.
Yes.
Whiskey.
Kills everything.
Speaking of our local doctors, called the roof doctor lately?
I know. I need a checkup.
Is your roof under the weather? Kelly, how's your roof?
It's good.
Is it because you called the roof doctor?
Yes.
There
I
you
did
go.
get a new roof this year.
Really?
Absolutely did.
Oh, I don't think we should press there. I don't think it was the roof doctor.
How dare you?
We're sorry.
I did call the roof doctor. They came out and gave a free estimate, and he was very polite and very nice. And I
Excellent.
liked
All
him a
right.
lot, actually.
That's
They were
awesome.
very good. I would highly recommend them.
Good.
Great.
Full stop.
Yep. Visit theroofdoctor.com to learn more. Give them a call at 360-736-0246. The Roof Doctor in Chehalis awaits your house call.
They're going to win the Best of Lewis County category this year. I can feel it. Safe
Think so?
cover's sweating.
You got your thumb on the scale over there?
Never that. It's fully democratic. There's no holes in that system.
Well, I would like to keep the Roof Doctor around. I'd hate for them to become our estranged sponsor.
I don't know. Maybe we should run Best of Lewis County through the auditor's office next year.
Probably should.
Count the votes.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
talking about this the other day when Brian Watson was over. We were talking about the Best of Lewis County, how back in my time, we had to count it by
Yeah.
hand and by paper.
That's how it should be. I
Yeah.
think we should bring that
Mail
back.
it in,
Yeah.
mail in ballots.
I think we should accept mail-in ballots.
And then you guys can talk about how difficult it is, and Maureen Harkonnen can show up and be like, well, let me tell you something about difficulties. I've wrangled 50 cattle this morning.
I also don't think it's a whole lot to ask if we ask for some ID before you vote, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
One vote per person.
Also, in person.
Can
Let's have
you-
a balloting
Exactly.
ballot spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make this right. Mm-hmm. I think as it is, you can vote every day. Which
that how it works?
maybe that would fix our democracy.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe
No,
that's
I think
just the tweak
everybody-
we need.
You know what? Everybody should have a secure app on their phone, and that's how you get to vote.
A secure Best of Lewis
Yeah,
County
we don't. You
app?
know what? We don't need Congress or anything.
No.
Just log in and be like, oh, it's time to vote on something.
Yeah, that fits for our idea on how to choose president. Just it's a surprise vote, and you vote for anyone.
Yeah.
No one campaigns, no money involved. You
Just one day.
You put a name in, whoever has the most names, it could be 1% of the total vote. There's your president.
Yeah.
It's a good way of doing it.
And every year the winner would be, I don't know, like a Kardashian. It'd be
Maybe.
like, oh,
Taylor Swift.
Beyonce is
Probably get
president.
Taylor Swift at some point.
Taylor Swift, she's out there.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, People's Champion of the Week. I've got Judge Jim Lawler, who retired after a 41-year career in Lewis County. He was honored at a retirement party on Wednesday. He practiced in Lewis County for 24 years, was a partner in Olsen, Althauser, Lawler, and Samuelson from 1980 to 2007, doing estate planning, probate, and business planning cases, in addition to felony and misdemeanor defense. He's held position 2 in the Lewis County Superior Court since he was first elected in 2007. He was a court commissioner pro tem from 97 to 2007, which is kind of like a part-time judge.
Yeah, kind of.
Well,
That's your only entry here?
I also have a Skylar Voy, who built the Mushroom Playhouse at the new library in Randall.
It is really cute.
And that was a recommendation from Brian Mitke, who
That came
tagged
across
us
on the
online.
Facebook.
Yeah, and it had lots of likes as well.
Yeah.
So I was kind of leaning towards Skylar. Apparently he's done this for other ones as well, works out of the Tumwater office of TRL. I think it's very cool.
It's a very nice-looking mushroom.
But is he as cool as Ralphie at Sharon Care, who works 40 hours a week
With the elderly.
with the elderly?
Are we sure Ralphie's still in action?
Ralphie's still in action.
Are you sure? 'Cause
Yeah.
I took those photos a long time ago.
Yeah, but he went back.
Okay.
He actually got a new photo while he was there.
He just didn't remember.
Yeah. Do I need to like have a picture of him taken with a current edition of the Chronicle?
Yes. Yeah.
That doesn't tell you a whole lot. Not daily anymore, Aaron.
Ralphie was alive 3 days ago.
He's been alive one in the last 3
One
days.
publishing day. That's all it took.
Yeah, well, it's good. You got to give Skylar Boy. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. I don't have a Sirens Banger of the Week.
What a shame.
Do you?
No, I don't.
There's always so much goddamn crime on your homepage these days. What's your
There's
problem?
not so much crime on the homepage. What are you talking
Here
about?
right now. Man crashed in Onalaska, charged with DUI and assault.
Yeah.
That's on there. Level 3 sex offender living in Lewis County, convicted for failure to register. That's a crime.
Yeah, I mean, there are crimes on there, but you're skipping over all of our rich, lighter content.
This sex offender, he's got a look to him.
He does. This is the
Not
guy.
like he looks like a sex offender. He just looks surprised.
I think you were pretty spot on in saying that he looks like both burglars from Home Alone combined.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. One of the rare occasions where you're not wrong.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
There's just no more crime.
You know what? You're wrong. Usually I'm used to seeing more crime when I open up the front page. I'll go to write my notes on the weekend and I'll open it up and I'll be like, just a bunch of crime.
Morningstar, you got the gal who ran over her boyfriend. We've
We've
there's
had
a
some good
lot.
ones.
I mean, if you don't want us to tell us about crime, tell you about crime, Aaron, we can just stop, Every
People
other
like
paper
that.
has.
People like that. That's
I
our
think so,
biggest
too.
hits on Facebook too when we post shoplifters. So
It's true. And it's generally the number one complaint too. Like if I go talk at groups like AAUW or groups like that, they're like, "Why do you have so much crime?" And then my question is, "Why are you clicking on it?" Because it's always our most read stuff. So
Yeah.
why would it be if that were the case? But anyways, fine.
Do you want to do a special hot seat segment? Hot seat Wayne?
Hot seat Wayne. No, what do you mean?
Thurston County elected officials get a 6% salary increase for 2025, while staff only get 3% raises.
I saw
Hot seat?
Sheriff Sanders was in the comments on that one, not defending, but saying if you just read the headline, you'd get the wrong idea because the commissioners don't set their own pay. I think we went through that here too, didn't we?
Yeah, we sure did, and I was strongly against it.
No, I never want anyone to make more money unless it's me. It's a hard policy of mine.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I still don't know that I believe in the salary board.
We did have one crime report that I thought was kind of funny. Chehalis vehicle struck a tree in a parking lot in the 700 block of Northeast West Arkansas Way. No injuries reported. The driver told officers he reported the incident because, quote, to prove it was an accident and that he is not drunk. Which I hoped he was really drunk. I'm not drunk, officer. That's why I called you.
I just wanted you to see how sober I am.
I'm totally sober.
Can you tell my wife? I was sober.
I don't know. The
right.
Punisher might have been in town. There were suspicious circumstances. A man ranting and claiming to be the Punisher and saying that the world was evil was at a gas station over on Southwest Interstate Avenue. Was that you, Aaron?
Was that Roger Morningstar?
No, he does have the Hawaiian shirt, though. You are correct. No Signers Banger of the Week. There's lots of it in there.
All right, we'll get to the rest of those stories when we do the news roundup. Kelly, do you want to discuss the latest sale? The winter sale? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, we got a winter sale going on. Lots of stuff happening. We've got an event this weekend.
Go on.
On Saturday from 10 to 3. We're going to have a guide out there to come out and answer all of your questions about what's going on out on the rivers and all of that kind of stuff. We have Daiwa from, our fishing reels and rods and stuff like that coming. And ProLite rods will also be there. So if you have questions about anything fishing related, now's your chance to come in and hear it from the professionals who are out there with it every day.
Will you ask on our behalf the question that we've been pondering, which is it legal to shoot a fish?
Is it legal to shoot a fish?
Yeah, you see a
I will
big
find
fish,
out.
can you just shoot it?
I don't know. I will find out.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the people
I'll
want to know
report
that.
back.
Would you
next
need a
time.
hunting license or a fishing license for that?
I mean,
And
that's
what if
kind of
you-
hunting.
What if you felt threatened by the fish?
It's going to come
It's
up
a
and
really
slap
big
your
fish.
face or what?
Yeah, I don't know. You just see this giant fish and you fear for your life and your property. Can you shoot that fish?
I
What if it
mean,
comes out of the
that's like
water?
That has happened. You see those TikToks,
Evolution,
well,
my
maybe for
friends.
a few more days.
Oh, no, you don't.
He was looking at me funny.
No evolving on my property.
No, but we'll also have some new
Fish
food
called
trucks.
me a racial epithet. I shot
Oh my
it.
gosh. He was coming at me.
What's the best deal in the store? Like, is there anything you walk by and you're like, damn?
How do we afford it?
Oh. Have you seen the flamethrowers? We have some flamethrowers.
Tell them all. Do tell.
They're pretty badass. They're
Just
big
flamethrowers.
old flamethrowers,
What are their practical purpose?
Well, we're gonna have some freeze here someday.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
You can thaw your driveway.
Well, I heard that's how
Underbrush.
the homeless people were starting the fires in California. It was in flamethrowers.
That's what I heard.
That's it,
Not
yeah.
from Chehalis Outfitters.
But they couldn't afford them.
Well, this is my
They
official.
probably could. The deal is so
Maybe
good.
it's such a good deal.
My official request to Chad that he acquire one of these throwers and
on.
allow us to do a demonstration for it, and we brand it with News Dump stuff.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, all right.
We can hold on to it at the
Flamethrower?
same time, Aaron.
I don't know.
We also have new gun safes.
Okay.
Lock up your safes or lock up your guns.
Do you have
They're
like
more affordable.
a screaming gun deal right now? Anything?
There's always gun deals.
Always gun deals?
There's always gun deals. Yeah.
What's the wait process like to get a gun?
You have a 10-day waiting period for your
that's too
background
long.
check. Yeah.
Kelly, come on, make me a deal.
I can't help. You
2
can
days,
come and
2
get like
days.
a muzzle loader, I think, like right away.
Yeah, there you go.
You want to shoot a muzzle loader? I could be
What
wrong
is-
on that kind of
Everybody's
gun. but-
conspiring to keep me from shooting things quickly.
Try to put
What about a
11%
stun gun?
tax
I have
on it,
stun
not you?
guns too. You
Stun
can have
gun
one of
would work.
those.
Stun guns?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That
We
might
got
be
it
better
all.
for you, Aaron.
Yeah, I guess.
We could do that. I'll bring one next time and then we'll test it out on him and see how he does.
Test it on Cody.
Yeah, Cody. I was just going to say.
Well, I don't care who. It would just be fun.
Cody'd
I
be
need
great
to know
for it.
how these work
Yeah. Well, I
in
volunteer
case I
Cody.
really need it.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure he's in Chehalis Outfitters gear.
Right? In the safety shirts, which are on sale right now.
He usually is in
Go.
Chehalis Outfitters gear. I do have to give that to Cody. It looks like he got his whole wardrobe there.
It fit right in, huh?
Got a gift certificate for Christmas. You heard
Oh,
about
I
that?
heard that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Heard he came in and got a Carhartt vest or something. I don't remember
Yeah.
what
What
it
a
was.
sick jacket.
Yeah, he looked good.
All right. You ready for some Facebook comments of the week?
Sure.
On
Not
the
really.
new naturopath doctor in town story, this commenter says, what we really need with an article like this is a list of insurances that are contracted with these providers. Neat feel-good story, though.
You know, that
Yeah,
would,
why didn't
it
you
would
get in
be
there
good.
and
It would
find
be
out
good.
every single insurance this doctor takes?
Call Aaron VanTuyl at the Office of the Insurance Commissioner, and he will answer all of these questions.
That's nope.
I know I don't like to mix the two, but that's a good opportunity to plug your day job.
That is no. I'm going to cut this out.
Why?
On a story about a blind man in Spokane shooting his friend while trying to kick out his roommate, this commenter says, why does a blind man have a gun?
I never saw that coming.
Good question. And then somebody responds, the same reason any law-abiding citizen can. What's next? People with diabetes can't own a gun? And then somebody says, people with diabetes often experience mood swings, therefore hindering your critical thinking ability. And if the man shot anyone, it would be a crime no matter who it is. Murder is still murder, to which I say, buddy, this is Lewis County. That's not true at all. And then somebody else goes, I'm not saying he should have been in possession of the firearm, but he has the right to own it. That's why he had it, because at one point he was not a blind man. Makes me wonder if this fella's seeing A Christmas Story by chance.
Shoot your eye out.
Anyway, that was a wild one. On a story about a guy threatening to kill a Safeway employee, this commenter said, Red and red for 10 minutes or more. Then it goes off. Never getting to the ending. Such a cute trick. Not.
What does that even mean?
I don't.
He's got like some pop-up problems? This is browsing history, bruh.
I thought it was the guy from the story for a second there.
Also, that was a relatively short story. If that took more than 10 minutes, I'm got questions. Not trying to insult anyone, but it was pretty short. Like 6 or 7 graphs.
We discussed this off mic, but on Centralia Middle School, changing mascots from Yellow Jackets to Tigers. Kelly is against.
I am. I'm sorry. We've been the Yellow Jackets since I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have to change things now?
Have you thought about making a thoughtful Facebook comment? I see what kind of sway you have.
I have no more sway. I have no more kids there. I am done raising hell in there, so...
All right. Well, this commenter says the Yellow Jackets was an original name and the color scheme matched the college. I'm not sure what that has to do with
Blue
anything.
and gold.
Blue and gold.
I guess.
Tigers is extremely played out nationwide and makes no sense for regional identity. Trivial, but doesn't make it any less stupid. Like, stop calling
I don't have
middle school
anything like
kids
that.
stupid.
We had that tiger that attacked a guy in Napavine that one time.
Yeah, there's been tigers around here.
It's topical.
This article gives no explanation as to why they changed the name. You did provide some how and who, but you are missing the fundamental of why you changed mascots. I'm sorry, but brightening things up makes no sense. This is followed by someone posting a 4-paragraph section of the article explaining why they changed mascots.
It's hard to read the whole thing. It takes 10 minutes or more.
I am proud of those kids for standing up for what they want.
Yeah.
But, you know,
This
I'm just a
commenter,
traditions.
this commenter says, I mean, that's cool and all, and congrats to them, but if the mascot was the Yellow Jackets, why was everything dark blue? Yellow Jackets are yellow and black. Weird. Buddy, you're never going to believe this, but Bearcats are not crimson either.
They aren't? They're just like deranged animals.
And then the final commenter I mentioned simply said, boo. Again, these are middle school children. For God's sakes, leave them alone.
I mean, it's the middle school in general. They can have an opinion on it. It's fine.
Sure.
Yellow Jackets. We got Yellow Jackets. I got stung by one last summer.
No, that was a black jacket.
Oh, I've seen
Missed
tigers,
it.
though. The tigers in the zoo.
Anyway, what other articles have I missed?
Well, the state legislature kicked off yesterday, as I'm sure you're aware, and as John McCroskey said, hold on to your wallets. Am I right?
Yeah.
We have a Mossy Rock boy, high school senior, I believe, who's severely injured in a car crash. So there's a couple stories on that. One directing you to a GoFundMe where you can kind of support his comeback. His injuries are very severe, and last I heard, he was in ICU. And then kind of a companion story of the man who is charged for a DUI and vehicular assault for that crash. We talked about the new Timberland Library, the Mountain View Library in Randall. Lovely photos from our photographer Ridley out there, and a good story. People forget that in 2018, TRL was talking about closing Randall and some of its other rural libraries, but Brian Mitke was at the event to remind people because that was in his quote, and that now people really appreciate it. I would say this is the laughing emoji award recipient of the day on Chronicle Facebook for reasons that are completely partisan. Secretary of State Steve Hobbs urges voters to rely on official election sources as Meta ends fact-checking moderation. They were going in on the comments last I saw. Let's see what else we got here. A lot of this we talked about. Oh, Adna High School Robotics, your alma mater, set a world record in the robotics competition. Congratulations, Aaron. I'm assuming you all get a ring for this.
We do. As a proud supporter of the robotics team since day one, yes.
I learned reading the story that the Chronicle is a sponsor of the Adna robotics team. So,
There we go.
yeah, Chad and Corley, they're always out there helping community.
One of those robots is going to take your job, my man.
Yeah, could be. I don't think these will, but maybe some other version of them. Canine Pax of the Centralia Police Department is being retired due to an immune system disorder diagnosis.
That's sad.
That's sad.
Yeah. Well, it's not really all sad. He's
He gets to
fine.
live
He's
his
getting
life out
medical treatment. Yeah.
Pretty cush with
And
Ruben
he's
there.
retiring with Ruben Ramirez. who
Yeah.
I think
How bad can that be?
Yeah. And I think I heard that he recently retired as well.
He did?
Yeah, I thought I heard
Wow.
that, which I thought there'd be a little more pomp circumstance.
Yeah, I've
like
not heard
city
none of
council or
that.
something, but maybe that was by design.
Maybe it's coming.
And then some of that crime that you so derided. Fatal police shooting. We should have
saw
mentioned that
that.
at some point over on North Ash Street, 400 block. The state's new investigations office is investigating that one. It's only their second case. Officer responded to a domestic dispute. A fight ensued. Officer was injured, fired his weapon, and the person is dead. We don't have a name. Don't even know if it's a boy or a man because it just said a male suspect, but we'll figure it out. You mentioned the Yellow Jackets. Yeah, that's the long and short of it. Your boy Jim Walsh made the standard 6 lawmakers to watch in 2025.
Did they describe how you should watch him?
I was going to say, what are we watching?
With morbid curiosity?
It just
with apprehension?
Because he has the 2 pulpits of being a lawmaker and also the GOP chair was their take on that. Can you guess one of the other lawmakers that they picked on this list of 6?
Oh, no.
We got Senator Jamie Peterson.
Okay.
She's the majority leader. Rep. Travis Couture of Allen, which is in our coverage area. The 35th district came down in towards the Rochester area. It's a lot of Mason County.
Okay.
But he was on there. Senator Noel Frame, Seattle. Matt Boinke.
Boinky.
Is that how you say that? Boehnke?
It's probably Banky.
Banky, yeah. Emily Alvarado, and then your boy, Jim Walsh.
Wow.
It's quite the list.
Yeah. If you had to compare Jim Walsh as a player to watch in the NFL, what would your NFL comp be for Jim Walsh?
Like the equivalent?
Jameis?
Yeah, Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just saying lots of stuff. Good locker room guy.
You just want to throw him out there and you're like, anything could happen.
He's going to say something. It's going to be fun.
You're not going to win a lot, but
No.
you're going to have fun. Maybe. I don't know. We're sponsored by Summit Funding, Chehalis Outfitters, and The Roof Doctor. Leave a review and rating on Apple Podcasts if you want, or send us an email at chroniclenewsdump@gmail.com.